I saw something really surprising. I'm not a Beyonce fan in the slightest. I like a few of her songs, and that's about it. But there were a couple of news stories that came out within the past week about how her concert in Inglewood, over here, in California, was not selling to the degree that people expected. It didn't sell out, and that was supposed to be like a real big shock. And there were questions of whether her star power is still what it's supposed to be. And I went and looked on some different ticket websites and saw her tickets going for as low as $60. As someone who has never gone to a music concert, because I feel priced out, I was shocked. I never thought I would see Beyonce tickets for less than $100. And I have to say, this is the first time I've ever felt the temptation to go and see her. But I ultimately didn't go along with it. And people again are like on these websites and they're saying, "Oh, if she didn't sell out, that means she's a has-been." But like, honestly, ask yourself: is her not selling out because she has lost star power, or because people just can't afford to pay hundreds or thousands of dollars for a ticket to a concert? We were me and my friend were having this conversation. He doesn't believe people should even bother with concerts. He thinks you should just listen to the person's song on a MP3 file, and that's the same thing as hearing them live. But I disagree, because I said I understand where people want the experience of seeing the person perform. Um, but that being said, it's really telling that in a city with a housing crisis, because of the record levels of just rent increasing over and over, that you would see people not bother getting a ticket to her concert. And to see the prices go down as much as they did, I really get, like I said, I don't even normally pay attention to music news and stuff like that, but seeing them decrease so low made me kind of tempted just a little bit to buck my trend of not ever going to these things and possibly attend. I didn't. I chose not to. Um, but this was the first time I've ever actually had like a little bit of a desire to go to one of these things. Um, but the conversation around it is so interesting in the sense that like people who don't like Beyonce are using it as a basis to then say that she has, like, she's no longer what she used to be. But I would argue that even if that could be a factor, if things are priced at in such a way that people just don't feel like it's worth it, they're not going to go. And the problem with daily living, or just people living each week, each month, is that you get the cost of housing, cost of food, whatever other assortment of bills, and at a certain point you're like, okay, I could pay this with this much money. What is it, several hundreds or thousands of dollars, or I could go and we'll go see Beyonce. I wonder which one I'll do. Um, but man, seeing tickets, and even like on, because I went on some of the websites, they show you, a lot of these places, they show you where the seats are located. To see Beyonce tickets going for less than $100. There was someone on TikTok that showed it going for 30. I didn't get to see that. I saw 60. That was 60 and 50 were like the lowest I found, but even that is just, that's crazy. Man, you could tell they wanted to get rid of those things so bad. I almost feel sorry for them.